All right, welcome team. This is your abs, buns, and guns. So all you're gonna need for today is just a few pieces of equipment. And if you don't have them, don't worry. You can do this whole class without any weights, without any ankle weights, and just go with your own body weight and you'll still get a great workout. So if you're using ankle weights, you've got two options for today's workout. You can either wait and leave them off for the beginning warm-up / core section, and then we'll add them on before we get into the legs, or you can pop them on and wear them from the beginning all the way through the end of class until we get to our cool down. So I'm gonna leave that choice up to you. Me today, I'm gonna wait and go without them on the core section, and then I'll give you time and we'll add them on before we get into our legs. Second piece of equipment you need is a pair of dumbbells. These might be light to medium. You're gonna use this a little bit for the core, but it's mostly for your upper body. So if you know that you like to lift heavy on upper body, maybe you have a second set of weights if you own them, and you can have those off to the side for when we get to that section. So our formula, as always, is gonna be our warm-up / core. We've got our legs, our full body. We've got our arms, legs on the other side, and then maybe we'll even add on and finish with our double ankle weights for a good little burn at the end. So you're gonna get started. If you're wearing the ankle weights, have them on already. Otherwise, they're off to the top. You have one dumbbell, the top of your mat. Your second dumbbell is gonna be at the back of the mat, and this is the one that we're gonna use in the beginning section of class. So you're gonna start lying flat on your back in Pilates stance. Feet flat on the floor, hip width, slightly forward of the knees. Hands can come onto the hip points, shoulders down the back, and just checking that you're in a neutral spine. So we're not tilting the pelvis forward or backwards. We want nice and neutral and flat. Palms come down by your sides. Take a big inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you're gonna pull the navel in towards the spine, tilt the hip bones towards the sternum, and then slowly peel the hips up off the floor. Take an inhale breath at the top, and exhale, rolling down one vertebra, one piece at a time. The hips are gonna touch, neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, engage the core, use the breath, lift. You're pressing into your bridge, making a straight line, knees, hips, and shoulders. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll down. You've got two more. Inhale and exhale. So we're working on the articulation, the mobility of the spine, matching movement with breath, and just trying to warm up through the back body, through the spine. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll all the way down. From here, hands come behind your head, elbows go wide. Inhale. As you exhale, head and shoulders come off. Right leg floats to tabletop. Inhale as you lower with control. Exhale and switch. So we're alternating the marching of the legs, keeping the hips anchored and planted. Use the abs, pull them in and up. Lengthen, imprint, and press the lower back into the mat. Use your exhale breath. Keep the elbows wide, nice and open through the chest, through the collarbones, and using your breath with your core to lift you up. Now you've got the option to stay here. If you're adding on, you're gonna add the rotation so we get into the side body obliques. So now as I lift, I'm also gonna rotate the upper body and twist, aiming to bring the shoulder to the opposite knee. So I'm gonna leave the elbows wide, and I'm not aiming to close the elbow in. As I twist, closing off that hip to rib connection, you're gonna start to feel your side body obliques. So you've got 10 seconds left to go. Exhale as you lift. Hips not lifting off the floor. Using the upper abs connected with the lower for 3, 2, 1. Release. Hold in the center. Keep the hands where they are. I'm gonna slow this down on the first one. You lift. Reach the arms forward. Now you're gonna pulse to lift higher. Hold the higher pulse. Hands go back and then control on the way down. One more time slow. Lift, reach, pulse, hold, lower. You can keep it at that pace or we pick it up. Lift, reach, pulse. Lift, reach, pulse, hold, lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're here for 30 seconds. So the hard part is holding that lift as you sweep the arms back and then controlling. You're gonna feel this so much through those upper abs. Match movement and breath. Lift, reach, control. Lift, reach, control. Get higher every time. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And release. Roll to your left side. So you're gonna reach your left arm long, stack your shoulders, stack your hips, and then stack your feet. The body is in one long line. Make sure you're not falling back into a jackknife position on your left hip. Right palm in front, left ear on the bicep, and just the legs lift and lower. Keep the front ribs closed in. So you're working on balancing here. You're on your left bottom hip. Both legs are zipped up together. You can stay here, or upper and lower body work together. So we are purposely training the waist. So you're squeezing that hip to rib connection on the right top side. This is your side banana. You're here for about 10 more seconds. Lengthen before you lift. Keep the abs in, core tight, ribs closed. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, up and hold. Start to flutter kick the legs. Little side swimming. Option to drop the upper body down. So take the tension out if you want to, and just work the legs. So we're working balance, stabilization through the pelvis, through the core. We'll lift it back up, shoulders down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Small kicks, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Running right over onto your belly. Your legs are extended long, about hip width. You're gonna make a diamond or palms down, resting your forehead on the backs of your hands. You're gonna lift just the upper body, keep the legs down where they are, tops of the feet into the floor, lengthen your tailbone, lift, you reach, pull in, lower, lengthen, reach, pull back, lower. So it's almost like a little salute, and then you reach the arms on the diagonal. So I don't need to go straight forward, and that's gonna cause maybe some shoulder pain, some shoulder restriction. I'm reaching out on the same Y-shaped diagonal. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Keeping the head down, just the legs. Lift, lower. So I need to see some length through the spine. It's really easy in this position to let your belly go, right? And then we feel this in the lower back. So I need you to lengthen your tailbone, squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze the back core. We're working front, side, and back. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Legs stay down again. This time hands come behind your head, elbows stay wide. Doesn't matter how high you lift, but lift just the head, just the shoulders. Rotate to the right, left elbow drop back through center. Rotate to the left, right elbow drop. So now we're adding in the rotation. Side to side, moving through center. Keeping tops of the feet, toes down. If you need to, lower your upper body slightly, but just get those elbows back, shoulders down, bring it off the floor. Option, just twist, side to side. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll to your right side. I'm going to turn so that you're not looking at my backside. So you're going to lay down now on your right side. We do the same thing. Dropping the ear to the bicep, stack the shoulders, hips and feet, and just the legs start to go. So it's really easy in this position to lose connection to your core, to your belly. The ribs flare, and then your body's going to want to roll forward. So you need to be in control, keeping the legs zipped up together as if they were wrapped up in a mermaid tail. Option to add the upper body lifting for your side banana. So you are going to feel this now in your left side oblique as the space between your lower rib and your top hip closes off. Almost there. Breathing, lengthening from fingers to toes. Lift, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. You know what's coming, up and hold, flutters. Options drop, so if you notice there's tension in the neck, in the shoulders, drop your head back down and just rest it. If you know that you can, take the challenge, lift it up. Last 10, 9, 8, small kick, squeeze the inner thigh, 7, 6, 5, 4, hold it, 3, 2, lengthen, last 1. Release it. You're going to roll onto your back now. Feet are going to go super wide, about the distance of your mat. Your dumbbell is there. It's already set up. You're going to squeeze your elbows in, so we don't want them out. Squeeze in. We're taking a pull over with this light weight. reach through the legs, just the upper body, head and shoulders lift, reach back and tap, and then second set, you roll all the way up. So I have one reach, one lower, one roll up, one lower. On your reach, make sure you're not lifting your spine off the floor, so you're gonna control. And actually using the weight should make it easier to come up because you have more weight reaching you forward. That's gonna help counterbalance and pull your body up. Much harder to keep the weight close to the chest. So if you like that version, one reach, one pull, keep the weight to the chest, roll up. You get about 20 seconds. Modification, maybe there's no roll up. Maybe you just take the pull over into the abdominal curl, lifting head and shoulders and reaching through. Last 10. Squeeze the elbows in so you get a little bit of work for the triceps. One reach, one pull. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Finish at the top. You're gonna release both weights down and we're going into it. So if your ankle weights are not on, now is the time. They're gonna strap on, one to each leg. So we'll aim to work. It'll be full body and we'll end up working both legs, but you'll notice it's primarily focused on one side, and then we'll come back later and get into the other side. Once your ankle weights are on, you're gonna roll forward, setting up for your high plank position. Left leg's gonna step back, shoulders stacked right on top of the wrist. The right leg's going back into your plank position. You're gonna kick the leg, drop the right knee, then pull the left knee in, so it's an oblique crunch, keeping the heel not towards the glute, but in that nice 90-degree angle. Step on the left toes, right leg kick, drop. Modification. If this plank kick is a little bit too challenging, just put the right foot down, drop the right knee, and then pull the left knee in. Step, step, drop, pull. Left, right, right, left. You have 1, 2, 3. It's just 4 positions. That's it. Core is tight. Stay leaning forward. Grip the floor with the fingertips and work to lengthen your legs. The plank kick, the right leg is not going straight back behind the hip. It's actually reaching out on a diagonal to the back right corner. So the more that you pull the leg away from the midline, away from the center line of the body, the more challenge it's going to be for your core. You have to stabilize. 20 seconds. Step, kick, lower, pull. And then noticing I'm not squeezing the left heel in towards the glute like so. Keeping the knee high, aiming to bring the left knee towards the left shoulder, and again closing off the space where we're gonna work a lot of obliques today. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower onto your right hip.